Hello everyone, are you ready? Let's dive into a heart-pounding wild boar hunt with the Lionfarm channel, a world where danger lurks and tension runs high. The sound of hunting dogs echoed through the forest, relentlessly chasing a powerful wild boar dashing across the lush green field. There it was, the wild boar's shadow darting up a bare, parched hillside. I held my breath, raised the rifle to my shoulder, squinted through the scope. Bang! Bang! 2 shots blasted up dust right near the target. It still charged ahead like an arrow. The chase continued, demanding even more patience and precision. In the sunlit stillness of the forest, I quietly watched the wild boar move leisurely across the golden carpet of dry leaves. The rustling was the only sound breaking the peace. I stood frozen, blending into the scene, waiting for the perfect moment to act. Too soon, and the prey would be startled. It darted through tall reeds, vanishing into the thicket. Bang! Bang! My shot and my partner's rang out almost simultaneously. The prey disappeared into the dense brush. Then another herd appeared in the distance, scattering wildly across the open field. Another volley of bullets was unleashed, aiming at the dark silhouettes racing at incredible speed. A wild boar suddenly charged straight toward me across the field. The gap closed quickly. I steadied my rifle, calmly aiming at a vital spot. Bang! A clean shot. It tumbled over and lay still. From another angle, another boar also couldn't escape the bullets and collapsed instantly. Dust flew up as a boar dashed across the dirt road near the high-voltage tower. I fired, but the bullet only grazed it. Moments later, a large herd emerged, creating total chaos. I quickly picked one and pulled the trigger again. This time, success. It dropped after the shot. A large, fierce-looking boar was slowly climbing a rocky slope. The rugged terrain didn't slow it down. I aimed carefully. Bang! The shot landed, and it stumbled, tumbling down the slope. In another scene, a boar was busily digging for food with its snout, startled by a bullet striking the ground nearby. It tried to hide in tall, dry grass, but its constant movement gave away its position. I couldn't miss this golden chance. Raising the rifle, I fired quickly. Bang! A single shot took it down. One more result added to the hunt, and the tension briefly eased. Another target appeared, swiftly climbing a gentle slope. I fired twice in a row. Bang! Bang! The bullet struck the ground right behind it but missed. The boar kept running at an astonishing speed. A true test of my shooting skills on this terrain. The brown-neck hunting dog continued sniffing across the open land, tirelessly searching for fresh trails. Its persistence was admirable. Through the binoculars, I spotted a dark figure on a distant hillside. The distance was considerable. I needed to plan a stealthy approach or prepare for a difficult long-range shot. In the snowy forest landscape, a wild boar stood still for a moment before slowly turning to walk away. I fired twice in pursuit. Bang, bang. It was hard to tell the outcome. Meanwhile, the loyal dog didn't hesitate to leap into the freezing stream, continuing its mission. A lone wild boar appeared, sprinting across a harvested field, only stubble left behind. The open terrain offered no cover. It was the perfect opportunity, but required lightning-fast reflexes and absolute accuracy with a moving target that quick. It raced across the open field. Bang! A well-placed shot made its somersault across the dusty ground. Nearby, barking grew louder. Dogs had cornered another one in a bush. Chaos erupted. I rushed over, raised my rifle, and ended the struggle. A smaller boar, likely young, dashed through the tall grass by the trail. Despite its size, it was incredibly fast. I had to react quickly. Bang! A precise shot halted its run. In this hunt, size doesn't matter, only focus and decisiveness. Night fell. But through the thermal scope, the wild lit up with glowing white dots. A group of boars was calmly feeding. I picked the lead one and held the aim steady. Bang! The shot shattered the silence. The herd panicked and fled, leaving one behind. Another herd came into view. This time we were ready. 2 rifles on bipods opened fire in sync. Bang, bang, bang! Multiple blasts echoed as white figures dropped. Night vision truly changed the game, greatly enhancing effectiveness. A boar ran alone through the dark. I aimed quickly and took it down. Then the lens captured another group gathered around a feeding trough left by humans. They seemed unaware. It was an easier shot, but raised questions about the challenge of the hunt. Through each hunt, from the thrill of tracking to the intense moments of aiming and the final decisive second, I've come to truly understand nature's harsh cycle. This isn't just a game of skill, bravery, or advanced technology. Every time I pull the trigger, I feel the raw vitality of the wild and our small yet significant place within it. Whether it's to manage or simply survive, these encounters remind me of our responsibility to nature. The hunt teaches me respect, patience, and humility in the face of this vast and mysterious world. We hope today's video brought you emotional moments and fascinating stories. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video to support Lionfarm. See you next time. Hello everyone! Have you ever wondered what happens when roaring off-road vehicles face off against ferocious wild boars in a thrilling hunt? Today, the Lionfarm channel will take you through moments filled with speed, power, and the instinct for survival, all blended together. According to a 2023 report from the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, the wild boar population in the United States is estimated at around 6 to 9 million, primarily concentrated in states like Texas, Florida, and California. Texas is renowned for using ATVs to hunt wild boars, with over 2.5 million eliminated each year. About 30% of hunters there use off-road vehicles to increase efficiency. Hunting wild boars with ATVs is also popular in rural areas like Queensland and New South Wales, where they cause approximately $65 million in damage to the agricultural industry annually. In countries such as Spain, France, and Germany, hunting wild boars with off-road vehicles has been documented, though it's not as common as traditional hunting with dogs or rifles. According to Eurostat, Spain eliminates around 300,000 wild boars each year, with about 10% involving the use of motorized vehicles like ATVs. Seneca. In Texas, the wild boar hunting industry contributes roughly $1 billion annually to the economy, including ATV rentals, guide services, and hunting equipment. Using ATVs requires advanced driving skills and a strong sense of safety to avoid accidents. At the same time, this activity encourages people to reflect on the value of life and how to interact with nature in a humane way. Countries need to establish specific regulations for using ATVs in hunting, combined with community education on nature conservation. For example, in the United States, some states require hunters to complete a safety course before being licensed. Hunting wild boars with off-road vehicles is a multifaceted activity, both practical and deeply educational. With specific data from countries like the United States, 6 million boars, Australia, 24 million boars, and Spain, 300,000 boars per year, we can clearly see its importance in controlling this invasive species. Can you imagine the scene of ATVs speeding across fields, chasing wild boars under the cover of night? Hunting wild boars is a long-standing tradition in countries like France, Germany, and Spain. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, the wild boar population in Europe was estimated at 4 to 5 million in 2020, making hunting a vital part of ecosystem management. In Europe and the United States, hunting dogs are trained to detect and pursue wild boars. In France, The Grand Bleu de Gascogne breed is famous for assisting hunters. A 2022 report from the International Hunters Association states that about 60% of wild boar hunts in Europe involve hunting dogs. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, approximately 10 to 12 million wild boars are hunted globally each year, data from 2020. In the United States alone, Texas records over 1 million boars hunted annually to control agricultural damage, with estimated losses of $2.5 billion per year. Controlled hunting helps maintain ecological balance, preventing damage to agriculture and natural forests. For instance, in Germany, hunting laws mandate that no more than 10% of the wild boar population be hunted each year to protect the species. However, the greatest lesson is the need to balance exploitation and conservation, ensuring that future generations can still witness wild boars thriving in nature. You won't believe it. A full-scale invasion is happening right in the heart of the United States. And it's not by people, but by millions of wild feral hogs, destroying homes, spreading fear, and forcing the government to spend a fortune trying to stop them. What's really going on? Let's find out with Lionfarm. Wild hogs are becoming an increasingly serious threat in Texas. They're not only harming farmers, but also attacking infrastructure from suburban areas to urban centers. With their wild instincts, they've caused economic damages reaching millions of dollars. Many small businesses, from grocery stores to restaurants, have suffered heavily as these invasive animals disrupt daily life. They dig through trash, pollute the environment, and spread disease. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, the wild hog population in Texas grows by nearly 30% each year, causing up to $1.5 billion in economic losses annually. Even though the government has tried installing secure trash bins, the situation remains unresolved. The nightmare called wild hogs began in the peaceful cornfields of Texas. The clang of steel echoes as a massive net trap slams shut, capturing an entire group of feral hogs in seconds. This isn't an action movie scene, it's part of American farmers' relentless efforts to deal with the most dangerous invasive species in the country. So why have simple net traps replaced bullets and helicopters to solve a billion-dollar agricultural crisis each year? Behind these seemingly basic traps lies a full-blown strategy. From Texas to Missouri, semi-automatic net traps have become a trusted weapon for American farmers. No bullets needed. Just a circular net, a steel post, and a special bait made from fermented corn mixed with gelatin to lure wild hogs into the trap. Modern traps are now equipped with motion sensors, infrared cameras, and remote controls via smartphone, allowing hunters to decide the perfect time to trigger the trap. The success rate at night is over 50%, as wild hogs are most active and least cautious then. More importantly, these traps aren't just effective, they're humane. The hogs are kept alive and later sent to invasive species control centers in Texas. Pregnant females or those raising young piglets are not allowed to be hunted. Violators face strict penalties, showing the effort to balance agriculture protection with ecological ethics. A seasoned hunter in Arkansas once shared that they used to spend over $1,500 per helicopter hunt. But with net traps, it only takes $200 and one evening to catch an entire group. No guns. Still effective. That's why the hunting community in the United States has gained a whole new perspective on net trapping. Do you think this is a smart way to hunt? Drop a comment below. However, not everyone agrees. Some animal protection organizations argue that confining wild hogs in tight spaces may cause them stress. Meanwhile, experts say that compared to using firearms, net traps do not pollute the environment, don't pose a threat to other species, and help reduce accidents. This is the only cost-effective, scalable solution, especially for small-scale hunters. The story of wild hog hunting is not just a battle between humans and an invasive species. It's also a powerful reminder of how humans can resolve ecological conflicts with creativity and ethics. So what do you think about net trapping? Humane or still room for improvement? Share your thoughts below. Now let's get to the most awaited part of the video. Q&A time with our viewers. One viewer asked, "What's the difference between black bears and grizzly bears?" Lionfarm has the answer for you. Black bears and grizzly bears, also known as North American grizzlies, are two common bear species in North America. Though they may seem similar at a glance, they have many distinct differences. Black bears are usually smaller, weighing between 200 to 600 pounds, with a slimmer build and no prominent shoulder hump like the grizzly. Their fur can range from jet black to brown or even light blonde. In contrast, grizzlies have fur that's brown with grey or golden hues and a clearly visible shoulder hump, muscles developed for digging and fighting. In terms of behavior, black bears live in dense forests, are excellent climbers, shy, and tend to avoid humans. Grizzlies, however, live in open areas, are more aggressive, and will attack if threatened. As for habitat, black bears are widely distributed across North America, from Canada to the southern United States, while grizzlies are now mainly found in Alaska, Canada, and some mountainous western regions of the United States. Correctly identifying these species helps hunters and people living near forests stay safe, and also supports conservation efforts as hunting laws vary strictly by species. Have you ever wondered what lurks in the shadows of the wild forests? Get ready, because tonight we're diving into the most thrilling wild boar hunt you've ever seen. Join Lionfarm as we explore heart-pounding moments where the dim moonlight illuminates the fierce battle between humans and wild beasts. You won't be able to look away. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, wild boars cause about $2.5 billion in damage each year to agriculture and infrastructure. They destroy crops like corn, soybeans, and wheat, damage farmland, and attack livestock. It's estimated that there are around 6 to 8 million wild boars living in at least 35 states, with Texas being the hardest hit. Home to about 2.5 million In Texas, where over 3 million wild boars roam, night hunting with night vision gear and rifles is legal. A 2022 report from Texas A&M AgriLife Extension states that around 250,000 to 300,000 wild boars are hunted each year in the state, with more than 60% occurring at night due to higher effectiveness. In Australia, wild boars cause approximately $65 million in agricultural damage each year, mainly from crop destruction and competing with livestock for food. The wild boar population is estimated at up to 24 million, making Australia one of the countries with the highest wild boar density in the world. Control programs in Australia, including night hunting with traps and firearms, eliminate about 500,000 to 600,000 wild boars annually. A 2020 study from the University of Queensland revealed that about 70% of these hunts happen at night, as that's when boars are most active. In countries like Spain, Italy, and France, wild boars cause tens of millions of euros in losses each year. For example, in Spain, damages to vineyards and grain crops are estimated at around 20 million euros annually. The wild boar population in Europe has surged from about 5 million in 2000 to over 10 million in 2020. The increase is due to a lack of natural predators and climate change creating favorable breeding conditions. In Germany, about 600,000 to 800,000 wild boars are hunted each year, according to the German Hunting Association's 2022 data. Night hunting is common in rural areas to reduce crop damage. France reported around 700,000 wild boars hunted during the 2021-2022 season, with 40% of that taking place at night. Wild boars are known carriers of many dangerous diseases that can spread to both humans and livestock. According to the World Organization for Animal Health, OIE, they contribute to the spread of African swine fever, ASF. From 2018 to 2025, ASF spread from Asia to Europe mainly due to wild boars, causing billions of dollars in damage to the livestock industry. In Australia, wild boars have caused local extinction of some native plant species and threaten wetland ecosystems. They damage about 40,000 hectares of farmland and wilderness each year in Queensland alone. In Brazil, wild boars in the Pantanal region destroy about 10,000 hectares of farmland annually and pose a threat to native animals such as jaguars and tapirs. The population there is estimated at around 1 to 2 million. Non-selective trapping methods not only kill wild boars, but also harm endangered species like tigers, elephants, and saula. This highlights the importance of shifting away from wild meat consumption and adopting more humane control methods. Wild boars are not just wild animals. They're a global issue, requiring attention from scientists, governments, and communities. With billions of dollars in economic losses, serious environmental impacts, and the threat of disease outbreaks, understanding and controlling this species is essential to protect both people and nature. This activity reflects the complex relationship between humans and nature. It's both a method of control and a threat to biodiversity. Community education and sustainable management are key to ensuring wild boars can exist without causing excessive harm to humans and the environment. We hope today's video has given you a deeper understanding of how wild boars are being dealt with around the world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends to support Lion Farm. See you next time. Have you ever imagined a place where millions of giant wild boars roam freely, turning a peaceful land into a dramatic battlefield? Welcome to Texas, where the nightmare comes to life more vividly than ever. Join the Lion Farm channel as we uncover the mystery behind the most ferocious wild boars in the United States. Don't blink, because you won't want to miss a single moment. All-terrain vehicles, ATVs or pickup trucks, are used for their ability to navigate rugged terrain with ease, allowing hunters to approach their targets quickly and efficiently. This activity isn't just a form of sport hunting, it also serves to control the wild boar population, which can harm agriculture and ecosystems if it grows unchecked. In the United States, where hunting wild boars with ATVs is especially popular, Texas is home to approximately 2.6 million wild boars, according to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, 2022. Each year, between 500,000 and 700,000 are hunted to manage their numbers, with ATV hunting accounting for about 30% of the total hunts. One of the most notable events recorded took place in 2019, when a group of hunters in Eastland County, Texas, used ATVs and rifles to take down 48 wild boars in a single night. This event was reported on hunting forums and several local news outlets, highlighting the effectiveness of this method in controlling the invasive species. According to an article in Texas Parks and Wildlife magazine, 2021, a team of professional hunters in South Texas took down a total of 72 wild boars in 24 hours by combining ATVs and traps. This is one of the highest unofficial counts ever recorded. ATVs can reach speeds of 50 to 80 km/h in forested terrain, enabling hunters to chase wild boars, which have a maximum speed of about 48 km/h over short distances. A typical hunting group of 3 to 5 people with 2 ATVs can take down 5 to 10 boars in a day, depending on the terrain and their experience. Hunters often equip ATVs with powerful spotlights for nighttime hunts, when wild boars are most active. Common weapons include rifles, like the AR-15, or bows, depending on personal preference and local regulations. Popular ATV models such as the Polaris Ranger, Yamaha Grizzly, and Honda Foreman come equipped with powerful engines ranging from 500 1.0.0 spiked tires for traction and high-powered headlights for night hunting. According to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, TPWD, approximately 750,000 wild boars are killed each year in Texas through various hunting methods, including ATV hunts. However, this number represents only about 30% of the total population, insufficient to curb their rapid growth. Hunting wild boars not only reduces agricultural damage, but also fuels a hunting tourism industry. Private ranches in Texas offer wild boar hunting services priced between $200 and $500 per person per day, including ATVs, guides, and equipment. According to the Texas Outfitters Association, this industry contributes about $50 million annually to the state's economy. However, with their rapid reproduction rates and significant economic damage, this remains a long-term battle. The lessons from Texas could be applied in many parts of the world, especially in areas facing invasive species. More importantly, it serves as a reminder of our responsibility to protect habitats and maintain ecological balance. A valuable lesson that extends beyond Texas borders. Hunting wild boars with ATVs combines skill, technology, and environmental awareness. With precise data and a scientific approach, it's not just a practical experience, but also a profound lesson in humanity's responsibility toward nature. Have you ever wondered what could make an entire herd of wild boars panic and scatter in every direction? Deep in the dark forest, where humans skillfully set traps, blending ancient techniques with cutting-edge technology to take on these wild beasts, the secret is waiting for you to uncover. Join Lionfarm now and get ready, because this story will have you glued to the screen. Widely used in the United States and Australia, cage traps are typically made of steel and are large enough to catch multiple animals at once. According to the USDA, cage traps have a capture efficiency of 70 to 80%. In control campaigns across Texas, modern technology has brought in automatic traps equipped with motion sensors, commonly used in Europe and North America. These devices don't catch the boars directly, but help track their numbers and locations, enabling more effective trap deployment. The USDA reports that between 2014 and 2020, approximately 1.5 million wild boars were captured or eliminated, with 65% of those due to cage and snare traps. In 2020 alone, Texas used 12,000 cage traps and captured over 100,000 boars. In Texas, where overpopulation has made wild boars a serious issue, a group of hunters managed to trap over 400 wild boars in a single night, using a high-tech trapping system that combined nets and surveillance cameras. In Louisiana, another group of hunters caught over 500 wild boars in just 3 days, using a trap system supported by drones. In Australia, wild boars are also a major pest. According to a 2023 report by the Australian Department of Agriculture, about 3 million wild boars are trapped and eliminated each year across the country through government and community control programs. One of the largest campaigns in Queensland recorded over 1,000 wild boars trapped in just 1 week using mass trapping system.
Go ahead, Chip.
In New Zealand, where wild boars are also considered an invasive species, a 2020 control program set a record. According to the New Zealand Department of Conservation, a professional hunting team trapped and eliminated over 10,000 wild boars within 12 months on the North Island. In Extremadura, Spain, a group of hunters trapped more than 300 wild boars in a single day during a large-scale hunt in 2018, as reported by Revista Jara y Sedal, a well-known Spanish hunting magazine. In the Pantanal region of Brazil, a wild boar control campaign organized by the local government trapped and eliminated over 2,000 boars in 6 months. According to the Instituto Brasileiro do Meio Ambiente, in Midi-Pyrenees, France, a control campaign set a record by trapping over 250 wild boars in 1 day in 2017, based on a report from the Fédération Nationale des Chasseurs. In eastern Cape Province, South Africa, a group of farmers and hunters captured more than 180 wild boars during a two-day campaign in 2022, according to the South African Hunters and Game Conservation Association. Wild boars cause billions of dollars in damage globally every year. These trapping records not only help reduce economic losses, but also protect farmers' livelihoods. This highlights the importance of linking nature conservation with sustainable economic development. Wild boars are an invasive species in many areas, destroying native habitats. Controlling them helps restore ecological balance and preserve biodiversity, an important lesson about human responsibility toward nature. Around the world, wild boar hunting is more than just a recreational activity. It carries deep lessons about history, culture, ecology, and ethics. It reminds us that every human action has an impact on nature. We hope today's video helped you better understand how governments around the world are addressing the wild boar crisis. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends to support Lionfarm. See you next time. Hello everyone! Have you ever imagined a day when lush green fields suddenly turn into battlefields, where wild boars roar through, tearing everything apart? That nightmare is becoming a reality in Spain. A beautiful country now trembling under the shadow of this invader. Join Lionfarm on a dramatic adventure as we uncover the mystery behind this terrifying destruction. In agriculture, the issue of wild boar invasions is becoming increasingly severe. According to Spain's Ministry of Agriculture, the damage caused by these animals to fruit farms is estimated at around 100 million USD annually. This figure includes crop losses, livestock feed damages, and the cost of installing boar-proof fencing. These fences can reach up to 6 feet tall and are buried deep into the ground to prevent destruction, though they are still not the most effective solution. This situation has also raised many questions about Spain's wildlife control efforts. thousands of incidents involving wild boars attacking people and damaging property have already occurred. To mitigate the damage, the Spanish government has implemented several effective measures, such as hunting tools and hunting dogs. Among them, the use of firearms is considered one of the most effective ways to control the invading boar population. Thanks to these decisive measures, the number of wild boars in Spain has significantly decreased. This success is largely due to the efforts of professional hunters. The first step is knowing the terrain where wild boars live, such as the mountainous Sierra Morena region. The rugged terrain makes it hard for hunters to move around, so understanding the area is absolutely crucial. Moreover, hunters must be skilled in using hunting tools to ensure safety and increase efficiency. In Spain, individuals aged 18 and older are allowed to hunt wild boars and are often equipped with the Remington 700 rifle, a highly regarded firearm known for its accuracy and long-range shooting, helping to eliminate targets from a great distance. In your area, what tools does the local government provide to help control wild boar invasions? In Spain, the government has also deployed hunting dogs in hunts to increase safety for hunters. The use of hunting dogs to combat wild boars has flourished since the 19th century. With their keen sense of smell, these dogs help hunters quickly detect and eliminate their prey. This method has been recognized by many international organizations. Thanks to hunting dogs, Spanish farmers can now reach wild boars in wetland areas, terrain that is typically very challenging for humans. With their excellent swimming abilities, hunting dogs can effectively assist in taking down boars in the water. Compared to traditional hunting methods, hunting dogs have helped reduce the number of wild boars killed in this region by 30%. The Spanish government typically sets specific regulations on the number of wild boars allowed to be hunted each season. These quotas are intended to protect the boar population and maintain ecological balance. Exceeding the allowed quota can lead to harsh penalties for hunters, including fines or future hunting bans. When hunting wild boars, using hunting dogs during the day is believed to be most effective. Natural daylight and improved visibility make it easier for hunters to observe and increase success rates, which can reach 30–40%. However, throughout the hunting process, hunters must strictly follow regulations on wildlife protection, especially avoiding the hunting of pregnant sows or piglets, to ensure the species continues to thrive. After the hunt, the collection and handling of wild boars are also tightly regulated. They are usually transported to processing stations or safely disposed of by experts or local authorities to meet hygiene standards and protect the environment. In some areas, wild boars are destroyed due to concerns they may carry dangerous diseases. In others, the government may reward hunters if the boars pass safety inspections and are cleared for processing after the mission is completed. Next, we come to the most anticipated part of the video, our audience Q&A segment. A viewer asked, in Africa, which animal causes the most harm to farmers? Lionfarm would like to answer your question as follows. In Africa, the most destructive animal to farmers is the African elephant. Though often seen as a symbol of majesty, elephants pose a major threat to crops. A single herd can destroy several hectares of corn, cassava, and bananas in just one night. Elephants have an extremely sensitive sense of smell and can easily detect stored crops. When hungry, they'll break through fences, and if confronted, they may even attack humans. This often leaves farmers with nothing after months of hard work. Besides elephants, animals like baboons, wild boars, and hyenas also cause damage, but none compare to elephants in terms of destruction. Some African countries like Kenya and Tanzania have tested humane solutions, such as using bees or chili powder to drive elephants away and protect crops. It's a tough balancing act between conserving wildlife and ensuring local farmers' livelihoods. Hello everyone. Have you ever heard of the savannah, the wild grasslands of South Africa? This is home to the intelligent baboons, that often invade farms, scale fences, avoid traps, and create serious challenges for the locals. How can we protect farms while maintaining ecological balance? Let's explore with lionfarm. Baboons are native to South Africa. They live mostly on the ground, but are excellent climbers, easily escaping into trees when danger approaches. Their loud roars and piercing screams echo through the valleys, challenging predators. They live in troops led by dominant males, feeding on plants and insects, and at times damaging crops. Using fruit bait is an effective tactic employed by hunters to control baboon populations. This technique, combined with a well-hidden hunting blind, has achieved impressive success rates in reducing the baboon numbers effectively. The hunting blind is set up simply but efficiently, placed about 50 feet from the bait for easy access to the baboon troop. The bait consists of sweet fruits, drawing in the baboons cautiously. Thanks to the blind's design that blends into the forest environment, the baboons don't detect the hunters, making observation and hunting easier. In hunting operations across South Africa, the authorities ensure careful preparation for both safety and effectiveness. Hunters use high-tech bows equipped with CBE sighting devices, offering precision and flexibility. This technology helps accurately target baboons at close range, enhancing hunting success. Did you know a single baboon troop can destroy an entire farm's harvest in just one night? Stick around to see how hunters are fighting back with cutting-edge tools. Thanks to the advanced sighting system, the bows achieve high accuracy and adaptability in harsh environments, making them ideal for silently taking down baboons without drawing attention. The combination of technology and skilled hunters ensures effective and precise hunts, safeguarding both people and surrounding animals. When a baboon is taken down, hunters are often amazed by the accuracy and power of their equipment. Although the initial hunt is successful, it's not over yet. Surveillance cameras show increased activity near the bait, indicating that the troop hasn't left the area, calling for continued patience and a new strategy. At distances between 260 to 490 feet, hunters choose a safe and ideal range for targeting baboons. They maintain a steady aim, as even a slight finger movement on the trigger can have a big impact. In South Africa, hunters use rifles, bows, and cage traps to manage baboons. Noise and trash around traps unsettle locals, sparking worries about negative impacts on daily life and calling for more balanced solutions. To reduce risk to communities, the South African government places traps in suburban areas. Hunters use large cage traps that can capture 50 to 100 baboons at a time, thanks to automatic doors that shut once they enter. This strategy helps control the population and protect both public safety and local livelihoods. What if there was a way to stop baboons without firing a single shot? You won't believe the surprising methods being tested right now. Cage traps are effective, but not enough to fully control baboons. Hunters still rely on traditional corn baiting, which highlights ongoing challenges. Each captured baboon is carefully recorded, detailing the method used and reported to the authorities. Ensuring ecological balance is maintained without harming other species. South African authorities also apply humane birth control measures, along with regulated hunting, to manage baboon populations. Veterinarians play a key role in monitoring and carrying out these procedures, helping reduce human-baboon conflicts and preventing attacks while maintaining population balance. The baboons are safely sedated before a specialized team performs the sterilization. They're then tagged for tracking health and behavior before being released back into the wild. This approach minimizes negative impacts on the troop while maintaining necessary hunting in a balanced way. Deforestation and urbanization have destroyed baboon habitats, forcing them into residential areas in search of food. This has led to serious conflicts with humans, pushing locals to take drastic measures like hunting to protect their property and safety. Now, let's get to the most anticipated part of the video, Q&A with our audience. One viewer asked, "Lions are iconic animals of Africa. So what's the purpose behind hunting them?" Here's Lionfarm's answer. Lions, the iconic animals of Africa, are admired not just for their strength and majesty, but also for their critical role in the ecosystem. Hunting lions mostly happens through trophy hunting, where participants pay to join guided hunts. The goal may be to prove one's hunting skill, or simply to collect lion manes, horns, or skins as trophies. This practice is highly controversial, as it threatens the species' survival, especially with their numbers rapidly declining. In reality, lion hunting should only occur within protected wildlife reserves to ensure the species is conserved and their population maintained in the wild. Welcome to the creative and captivating introduction of our Lionfarm channel team. To start, we would like to introduce a passionate screenwriting talent, a young woman who never stops exploring and innovating in the field of agriculture. She is not only an exceptional scriptwriter with the ability to craft profound stories, but also a dedicated researcher of cutting-edge and sustainable technologies from around the world. For her, scriptwriting is not just a job, but a journey of passion, breathing life into every video we create. Next, we want to introduce the heart and soul of our channel, the channel owner and video editing expert. He is fully dedicated, overcoming every challenge to produce the highest quality videos for our audience. With a burning passion, he constantly drives the team to deliver unique and inspiring experiences to viewers. We hope that in the journey ahead, you will continue to love and support the Lionfarm channel. Sincerely, thank you.